Never thought about the question, but when American conservatives talking about communism, socialism, and deemed something that Bernie Sanders want to provide free healthcare, free medicine, and free stuff, they not really referring. The Bernie Sanders don't refer to something real existed in socialism. Nothing was for free. The only difference was that instead of profits from the production, from the goods and services, the profits, instead of being kept in the pockets of the rich and super rich and corporations, the profits was kept in the pocket of the government, which spent it on healthcare, education, housing, etc., culture, I don't know, space program for the people, science, etc. The difference between promises of Bernie Sanders and what was really what really existed in USSR, for example, because I don't know any other closest to socialist economy in the world. Nothing was for free. Someone, of course, paid for it. You get your salary with accordance to your job, your involvement into production of something, whether it will be culture, whether it will be goods, whether it will be, I don't know, maybe you can produce, clean the shitter, for example. You would be paid for what you're doing. You would be paid with, let's say, for today's standards, with fiat currency. But the profits, in this case, from everything, kept by the government. And instead of being kept in the pockets of the few, who then maybe will spend it and to super yacht, maybe will spend it to buy some child sex slaves, who knows what they will spend it for. Maybe they will not. Maybe they will keep all the money in the banks, or just simply give it to each other for some painting that worth, I don't know, couple bucks, but cost to buy $20 million. Maybe that. And those $20 million took out of the system, which could be spent in socialist economy on, let's say, sorry, improvement of your housing for free. In this case, free. Free because you're working, because you're doing something, because you benefit to the system. Contribute to the system, sorry. Because you contribute to the system. Because you contribute to society. What's bad about it? I can't understand this. If you're working and you get in return for your work good education, let's say for your children, I don't know, free access to any kind of medicine, it means that you don't have to ask for donations of the Good Samaritans from the internet, or I don't know, from your neighborhood, to make some very expensive surgery to you or to your child. It will be provided for you by the government because you contribute to the society. And everyone contributes to society. Everyone produces surplus value. And this value is kept by the government and then spent on the people. Why not? What's bad about it? I can't understand American mentality about this thing. And this conservative propaganda about free stuff is nothing but American liberal. Well, it's not liberal. It's simple capitalist propaganda of condemnation of something that comes for free. Nothing comes for free in this life, nothing. But from the other hand, in United States, many people just simply leeching on other people. Let's say TV priests, or simply priests, or preachers, or I don't know, hookers. What hookers produce? Or let's say waitresses. What they are producing really? Etc. etc. You can YouTubers, for example. We are YouTubers. We are simple leeches on the system that provide simple people with extra money that they spend consuming some stuff. In this case, information or services or goods. Doesn't matter. There is a bunch of people who simply leeching on the system, leeching on the common citizens, because very rarely that rich people buy into stupidity that normal people donating. So, in this case, you are absolutely free to do whatever you want. You're not forced to work to pay out the debts, to be able to consume goods that you maybe even don't need. For example, like in America, it's absolute monstrosity with firearms. Why do you need whole basement of firearms? Like for the past 70 years, no one ever used that much firearms at once. Never. And yet people still buying firearms in huge amounts for no reasons other than consume. So this concept is pretty easy to understand, but Americans somehow refuse to accept reality, even in this case. Even the simplest concepts they can't understand. Nothing for free in socialism. And those who promise something for free, like Bernie Sanders, it's a simple populist. They still capitalists. They not socialists in any shape or form. I clearly don't know what is socialist. I know communists and I know capitalists. There is no middle ground between those two. And people who call themselves socialists, they simply capitalists who wanna be or want that someone make for them something for free. This mindset is absolutely 100% capitalistic, something for free. Nothing is fucking for free. The only thing is for free is welfare in fucking capitalism. A welfare, the system that existed only in one system, the system that existed only in one system, in modern day capitalism, where the fiat currency is simply like printed to infinity. Only in this case you can have something for free, because the money came out of nothing. It doesn't, of course, because someone still work for that, and many people exploit food, so your government can pay welfare for some part of your society, but they can't keep them simply just die starving without because they can't provide everyone job, etc. They can't, and this is monstrous stupidity to deny reality in order to prove yourself that you are right, that it's not that you've been fooled for all your life. No, of course not. Everybody else is fools, but you not. You are super very smart and always correct and never wrong about anything. Yes, that's a childish mentality that was inbreeded in Americans' mentality, not nationality in this case. Inbreeded in mentality of Americans that socialism is something bad, but capitalism is always good because my government told me so. Dudes, you sound stupid and you can't even see that it is stupid because you have no basic logic and no historical knowledge whatsoever. All you know is carefully crafted, carefully manufactured by American and European, of course, British mostly propaganda. Nazi propaganda still exists and well, because most Nazi propagandists, except Goebbels himself, they ran to countries, the capitalistic countries that will hide them from the communists they made atrocities against. And they would be punished in those countries, in Czechoslovakia in that time, Yugoslavia, maybe even Poland, etc. Many countries, except for USSR, of course. There was a bunch of countries that they made atrocities against. And they would be persecuted, so they ran into the Western countries, capitalist countries, because it was capitalists. Those propaganda machine worked for capitalism, for capitalists, for private enterprises, corporations owned privately, etc. I don't know how fooled, how brainwashed you must be to don't understand the simplest concept that Bernie Sanders in no way, shape or form is socialist. Neither is Biden is not a communist or a commissile of China, even China itself, not even socialist, and of course not communist, because you deny reality in order to prove that something doesn't work. Communism will never work because every time it was tried, it failed. I don't know, show me one single communist who said that any country tried communism. It's like what happened in China clearly showed that you can't simply like switch off the capitalism or feudalism in this case and turn into communism. No, it requires education. It requires that every people was educated well enough educated well enough to understand what they should be responsible for, what they should contribute, what they should do in this system, etc. Education is the key, and not government education like in America. The education, the basic education about all the things in the world. In America, education is a piece of shit for a reason, because capitalists don't need well-educated people. They need specialists in their area. And when those specialists trying to figure out something outside their area, they simply like children. They believe in any kind of bullshit told them by some authorities, famous persons, or I don't know, TV show hosts, etc. And even the funniest thing that when one mainstream media host saying something liberal, conservatives mad, but when other TV host, the same TV network host, saying something that they accept, they believe in, MSM is good, this TV host is good. Dude, really, dude. So, let me tell you once again, nothing is for free. Nothing is for free in socialism, vice versa. There is bunch of stuff for free in capitalism in reality. Only it's for free for certain groups of people. Majority is exploited by capitalism, and few gain all the benefits of it, and something is for free. In socialism there is no such thing as for free. Everything, absolutely everything paid by your work. Only in this case you have access to any kind of things that created by other people. It's not for free. It's paid by your work. And you free to do whatever the fuck you want. Even more so, you're not forced to work in socialism. You have to contribute to society. In capitalism, you absolutely have to work, even if you don't like this job, even if you hate this job, even if you hate your employer. You will work because you have taxes to pay, need food, need gasoline for your car in America, need pay the debt or mortgage or something along those lines. There's always something that you have to pay for, and you will work simply because you have no other option. In socialism, you are free to choose the area that you can contribute in. And being well educated in socialism, you can have access to the job that you really would like. Of course, you can't get something for free in socialism and communism, of course. You can't get anything for free. But if you're a useful member of society, you get everything, access to everything, without any payments whatsoever. It's not for free, once again, not for free, in any shape or form.